Hello and welcome back to my channel. For those of you that have been here, out of the 12, Car Mechanic Simulator is a game I've had for a while now, and I've been trying to get the hang of it, so that way I can start up making videos in the expert mode. Now, I have here today a Plymouth Barracuda. Or no, this isn't the Barracuda. The Barracuda I have actually put up. I forgot. I swapped out the Challenger with the Barracuda. Let's see, it's in here. Right there, the Plymouth Barracuda 426 Hemi. So I figured today we're gonna go look at the junkyard, see what we can find there, bring it back, and then we'll probably end up restoring this beauty right here, which its stock engine is a V8 overhead valve 6P. Now, I don't know if we're going to keep the factory engine or if we shall go for a newer engine. We will get to that when we come to it. But for right now, let's go see what we can find at the junkyard. For any of you that tune in and would like to see a certain car build with what performance parts or anything like that, if you just leave comments, I'll be sure to go through them and check them, and I'll take down what people want to see. I'll look for them in my spare time when I'm not recording. If I find them, I'll bring them back to the shop and I will spec them out to your specifications. And I think it'll be fun, it'll keep me something to do, and make for a great video. Now let's see what we can't find. I have most of the DLC packs. The only ones I do not have would be the Lotus, the Maserati, and the Pagani DLC. But hopefully I should have those within a month or two. Let's see. Alright, we got the in-game charger, which is called the Tempest Magnum Flat Face Proto. Bentley T-Series. Doesn't look too bad. But it's not what I'm looking for right now. I would like to find, hopefully, a truck. So, we'll make a barnyard run real quick. And if we don't find anything, we'll go ahead and get to working and stripping that Challenger. Let's do this. What barn should we go to? And why not this one? again, this isn't what I'm looking for, so let's just search for any parts around. Can't repair any of that. Let's see. Repair that. Even sell it if it doesn't work out. Barracuda hook. Don't need that right now. It doesn't look like we're gonna find much in the way of parts for our car right now, so actually I'll take all the parts I can repair it, so it's busted, that can be fixed. Let's see, fix this. $2,176. Alright. Let's go see if we can't make some of that back. Alrighty. Let's start by stripping all the body parts. Make sure there's no glasses anywhere. Okay. Alright, gotta get the bumper up. Rear bumper. Alright, doesn't look like there's any tail lights. Alrighty. Let's get her moved over onto we'll do lift 2. Lift her up. And you wanna know what? I will go pull out the CUDA and my Hellcat DR, an in-game car. Let's see. I'll show you guys what I got so far. Now, the Hellcat I have worked on in the past, but I found it in a barnyard. Its body was mainly good. I only had to replace the one piece. I think I did go and replace all of the glass, so I'd have to double check, but pretty sure at least. The rest is all the way it was, except for the engine. I completely replaced the engine because I couldn't get it to start with the minimum repairs I made. So I did swap all that out, repaired what I could. This is the CUDA, which I've yet to touch at all. Not even pulling the body parts off. This is how I got it. As we can see. See? Piece of glass right there. I think this will probably be the next build. And then I will finish up this one, which I plan to keep. I plan to keep this one, possibly the Challenger. The Cuda I'm definitely going to repair and sell. But it all depends on how much I have after this build. So I am playing on PS4, so it does it in a circle. Otherwise, I would do the star shape on the lug nuts. Alright, let's get this bolt apart. There we go. Double wishbone shock absorber, spring cap. I've done so many of these muscle car suspension rebuilds and that. But I always manage to mess up at least twice on a build and order the wrong part. So more likely than not, it's going to happen here again too. But if we're lucky, we'll be able to make it through it without any mess ups. But we can now pull the sway bar. And I'm going to be able to pull the steering rack in just a second. Oh yeah, we didn't get that side off. Alright, let's see. There we go. Now the cross member can be pulled. Oh. I always forget that. Little wheel hub bearing. Alrighty. Now for this part, so I can pull the engine. We don't have to worry about getting oil because I ain't got no oil here. And no starter. Engine crane and pull the engine. Alright. Battery on the charger. Had a decent charge. Alright. Looking good so far. Now, I actually had an idea of pulling this engine out and slapping it into the Challenger, which is what I'm probably going to do to save a little bit of time on the rebuild. So, let me just pull this off and get her mounted. I'll get her lifted and we'll do that all last. Because I was thinking about doing a different engine for that car anyways, but I wanted to restore the engine that it had when I got it, because that was back when I was first starting out and had only just unlocked the engine bay, or with the engine crane, the bay with the engine crane. So I restored the engine that it had in it, but wanted to replace it over time. Once I could, probably gonna put a Hemi in it to try to beef up the horsepower a little bit, and then race it around the track after a few test runs at the abandoned airport. So, let's see. Now there are a couple things I do have shut off for my gameplay, and that is the cost of travel fees. So I'm not paying money to make trips back and forth from the barnyards or the junkyard to try to save some money for the builds I do. So let's see. And that's a shock absorber B and the loose spring rear. Alright. Almost got it stripped. Almost. Yep. There's no fuel pump, so we just pull the tank. And voila! Completely stripped. Now we put her down. Let's get our welder over there. And let's get our cleaning supplies over there. And I'll hit it with the welder. 1,000. I like the green, but I have a feeling that I'm probably going to go for the factory color, and if not, maybe a nice metallic orange. So, we shall see. But first thing and foremost, we'll see what we can fix. I'm just going to speed through it. If it breaks, it breaks. And we'll reuse what we can, but more than likely we'll probably be here buying a lot of parts. Also, if anybody that tunes in that would like to see maybe just some videos on just engine builds themselves, that is something I wanted to possibly do, where we just go through and we'll build engines via right here, create the new, pick an engine to do and just build it, and then just put it aside, store it in the warehouse here, and when the time comes where we're ready to do some stuff, we might get to put some engines in there, test them out. Alright, but for right now, let's see what we got to work with here. Let's see, did we fix the cross member? We did. Steering rack? We did. Now, I know the sway bars can't be fixed, but there it is. Alright. So let's go to, and look, you can see my level, my experience points, and my calls I have right now, and my current currency right there in the top right corner. Alright, we're gonna do this real quick. Let's see. Oh, that's not not what I wanted. Alright, so we gotta replace those. So 2 outer, 2 inner. Alright, did we fix any of the knuckles? We fixed both of the knuckles. Alright. Let's see here. Alright. Now, I know we're gonna need 12 rubber bushings to finish the front end. So, you spotted. Alright, 2 front and link B's. We're actually able to repair quite a bit of parts. That's good. Now, I know I'm going to have to replace both the wheel hub bearings and the wheel hub caps. Now, the brakes we're going to save for last, along with the tires, until we have the full suspension redone. Oh, we need a new bottom arm. Was that a bottom or was that a lower? Let's double check. Yeah, it was a bottom. Okay. Controller's getting ready to die here in a minute, so let me just swap my controllers out real quick. And I am back. Alright. Voila. Without the spring and the double wishbone suspension, we have the front end done. Oh, almost done. There we go. Alrighty. Time for the back end real quick. Nope, so we need a new rear lift spring. Oh, I grabbed the wrong one. Because I wasn't reading. And just like I said, it would happen. Up there it is. Alright, let's see. Need to buy one of those. I don't have to buy any plates, but I'm probably gonna have to buy, yep, at least 2 U-bolts. Alright. Now, 2 of these. 1. Alright. Shock absorbers rear. solid rear drive axle, and 4 small rubber bushings. Now, I don't believe I left anything out, but it's possible. So let's see here. Alright. I just need to purchase a couple things and we'll be completely done with the suspension. Alright. It takes about 7 seconds for this to finish. So we're just going to wait it out real quick. Alright. Let's get these pieces installed. Alright. And we are completely done with the suspension. Nice and bright green. Alright. Now for our tires. Which, let's have a look here at the rims. I think I'm still set on, I'm going with these retros. I might do the retros for it. What size? 15? We'll do 18 size. But we will go with the rubber size of 225 and 60. So let's do that. We'll go with some race tires. Do 4. Gonna make it 18. It was, damn it, I'm already forgetting. 225. Alright, I was right. 4, 18, 225, 60. Alright. Now, what was the name of the tire I'm looking for? I'm gonna go with the classic 10, or retro 10, and see if I can't find one that has a little black to it. Oh, wrong thing. Alright. It was the retro. Past the modern. Here we go. Retro 10B. Yeah, let's do 4 of these. Size 18. Yeah, that looks nice. Should be able to fit 2 tires before that comes up. Or not. Let's see how she looks. Oh, I forgot I still have to do the brakes. So, let's just wait, grab the fourth tire, and we shall see how she looks. I went ahead of myself. Alright. I already know what I'm gonna need when it comes to brakes. I'm just gonna do all new brake parts, so 2 calipers, 2 caliper cylinders, we need 2 brake shoes, 2 drum wheel cylinders, 2 drums, 2 ventilated, and 2 pads. Alright. I understand it's a bit wasteful, but when it comes to certain parts of your brakes, you just want to replace the whole thing entirely. And which is what I try to do whenever I do repairs and that. Unless it absolutely doesn't need it. Yeah, see, that looks nice. Go get the last one balanced. I put this one on. Voila. Alright. It's time to work on the exhaust here. We're going to start from the back towards the front. Now, we are going to need a couple Dodge rear mufflers, so here they are. Two middle. And this is B's. Right there. Let's also throw the gas tank and pump on. There we go. Fuel pump, fuel tank. In any of my cars that I decide to keep and store and play with later, if you guys want to see any modifications done to that, just let me know, and I'll strip it again, make some new ones, paint it. But with the paint choice, if they're ones I keep, it's gotta be paints that I think will at least look decent on the car and make the car look real good. I like the green, but not the shade of green on this. Alright. Let's go move her over to the garage entrance. And let's get our outer parts done. Oh, wrong button. Let's see. Challenger. Alright, we need a front bumper. We need it all. Our trunk. Alright. Pretty sure that should be all of them. And I'm probably gonna do my home state's plates, which is gonna be Arizona plates on her. And I believe that's it. I believe she has all her body parts again. We can check via inventory. Let's see, body. Yep. All these pieces are clunked out. So she's got them all. Paint shop time. Let's see, factory. Current. Alright. Let's see a little bit. Yeah, no, probably maybe a brighter green. See, I like it, chameleon. Let's see its livery. Okay, what's 6? A little bit further. 7, 8. I think we're gonna go with 3 here. But let's see if I can't find the orange I was looking for. No, I'm gonna want more saturation. Definitely bright. Huh? Almost. Bring the saturation down just a bit. Brighten her up a little bit more. Let's see how she looks metallic. I think that's the one, boys. Let's do it. Now, let's go get her moved back over. Alright. Time to pull it. get that oil draining while I go get the battery. And we might as well move this over while we're at it. Yoink it out. Let's drop it in. There's the brake servo. Oh, that looks pretty janky, but for the most part, looks pretty decent. Let's go ahead and get her on the lift again. Get these bottom internals reconnected, and then we can do the interior and take her for a spin. Alrighty. Back over to the entrance one. There's my Arizona plate, which we're gonna have say Wicked. Alright, perfect. And then we'll get a standard white plate, which we'll try to get blank. Alrighty. Blank and Arizona. This is Wicked. Alright. It's got its oil. It's got its plates. Now we just need its interior. There's the bench. Now the front seats are undetermined, so we can just slap in whatever we feel is comfortable. Which I might go with this one, if I don't see any other one that kind of pops out to me. I guess there are seat chargers. Take them. Alright. Now I believe there is a Challenger steering wheel somewhere. Oh, that's the charger. No, it looks like we get to choose. Let's go with the good old steering wheel 7. everything's set. Starting her up. And for a test drive. There we go. Alright, here we go. She's definitely got a lot of power. Exactly the way I control, but one hell of a race. Alright, turn over you. Let's do this. Let's head back to the garage. We had a little over 200,000 when we started. So, if I'm not mistaken, it was roughly around 220. So, I'll obviously go back and look and mention it in the next video. But the car is now worth about, alright, 89,119 if we sell her. So let's see. How much do we have? We have about 216, so I was way off on how much we had when we started, but I could actually be right because we did actually save a lot of money by reusing the engine from a different car. So, I'll double check via the video, but definitely going to make back more than what we started with, but I think I'm going to keep her. Yep, I'm going to keep the Challenger. I will probably definitely swap out the engine come time, that, or maybe I'll just pull this one out, strip it down a little bit, put on some performance parts, maybe put the a new gearbox on it so I can tune it. No, not what I want. There we go. But I need the custom gearbox for it, so maybe we'll do that next. Alright. I will catch you guys next time. Just go ahead and leave those comments on what you want to see next, and I'll make sure it gets done.